getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. This is KTXS News at 5.
In Crime Watch, an Abilene man was found guilty of multiple child sex crimes this week. Brooks Turnbow was found guilty of sexually assaulting 2 young girls over a period of years in Abilene. The victims told authorities about the assaults. Turnbow will be sentenced in the coming weeks and faces up to life in prison. A Merkel man has been accused of possession of child pornography. Court documents say this man, Garrett Haynes, had at least 100 photos and videos of children. A deputy with the Taylor County Sheriff's Office was alerted to the pornography by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Haynes was taken into custody and charged with possession of child porn. We have an update to a story we told you about Tuesday. 29-year-old Jeremy Morgan of Brady has died as a result of his injuries after a high-speed chase Tuesday morning. The Texas Department of Public Safety says Morgan was driving at a high rate of speed after troopers tried to pull him over for a traffic violation. DPS says Morgan failed to navigate a curve on Highway 83 and rolled his truck several times, coming to rest on the railroad tracks. Morgan was flown to a hospital in Fort Worth, where he later died from his injuries Tuesday night.
The Abilene Fire Department responded to a residential structure fire on the 300 block of South Mockingbird Thursday. When fire crews arrived on scene, they saw a single-story home with heavy smoke and fire coming from the front of the home. The fire crews were able to quickly get the fire under control, and the fire is under investigation. There is no suspected foul play. Damages to the property are estimated at $50,000.
City Council has declared August 31st as Overdose Awareness Day, and Abilene Absolute Recovery Solutions is inviting the community to come out Sunday at 5:30 to take part in the worldwide effort to raise awareness. Staff say they'll be lighting the city purple to honor lives lost and support those still fighting addiction.
So, this is a special time for us to honor the families and to honor those that we have lost during this time.
We'll have the full story coming up on KTXS News at 10.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are looking at a pretty good chance of thunderstorms rolling in from the north later on tonight, mainly after midnight. Then showers and thunder showers expected for Saturday and Sunday. We're probably drying it out for Monday, and below normal high temperatures are expected into the middle of the upcoming week. Showers have been down mainly in our heartland area this afternoon. Weather forecast model keeps it quiet for football games in our area this evening, but here come thunderstorms knocking on the door 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. Those roll into our area, weakening a bit, but a rainy start to our day on Saturday. As we get into Saturday afternoon, the better chance of thunderstorms down south of Interstate 20, but another batch is forecast to move down through the big country on Saturday night. Temperatures in the 80s this evening, dropping into the muggy 70s, low 70s tomorrow morning. Highs tomorrow only in the 80s in the big country. More about our forecast coming up.
Labor Day is right around the corner, and that often means heading out to the lake. But before taking out your inner tubes and jet skis, Texas game wardens have a few reminders.
There's 2 major boating laws that a lot of people overlooked, is the number of life jackets on a boat. They have to be enough for everyone on board, and they have to be wearable. So like you can't have a man my size wear a youth life jacket. And the other thing is jet skis. Jet skis have a special rule. They can't be within 50 feet of any other object, another jet ski, boat, the shore, unless they're under idle speed. And a lot of times they violate that. And that's a safety thing because they go really fast.
I'm Brenna Gibbons. Labor Day is known as the unofficial end to summer, and many drivers are getting on the highways and byways in Texas.
Headed to Houston.
We're headed to Fort Worth.
Winstar, Oklahoma.
We spoke with some Labor Day weekend travelers about what they are seeing on the road.
I just got ran off the road. He's a box truck driver, and I was passing him on the left, and I could see in his window, he just whipped out his phone, and he just drifted, and it was a barricade, so I had to stomp my brakes and stand still on the highway.
With so many people on the road this weekend, it's important to pay attention to your surroundings.
You got to be cautious, keep your distance, and stuff like that now. But no, it's just safety, and of course we do have some crazy guys up there. I had one pass me probably doing 100 a while ago, so you want to get there quick, but you want to get there safe. So might as well just take it easy. An hour later, it's not going to hurt nothing.
Sergeant Mark Couch with the Department of Public Safety says that they will be increasing enforcement over Labor Day weekend.
Anytime that you have an increase in traffic, right, more people on the roadway at certain times is going to increase the probability of crashes occurring. If you start adding to those things like bad behavior, whether it's speeding, distractions inside of a vehicle, or certainly someone that's intoxicated, it gives you the probability of having a crash, and those crashes can result in fatality accidents and things of that nature.
And remember, that text message will still be there when you get to your destination.
Stay off those phones and get back to your family. That's all that matters.
Keeping your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel, and practicing safe driving habits can keep you from becoming a statistic this Labor Day weekend.
Coming up on KTXS News, we'll tell you how things are going down in Buffalo Gap, where volunteers are hard at work to make the world's largest pot of chili.
They're bringing more heat than an Austin sidewalk in summer. They've got more beef than a Texas cookout, with takes so spicy they've been banned in Oklahoma. Mac Brown, Vince Young, and Bob Ballou host a new podcast, The Stampede, powered by Rise Energy Strips.
Did you know people are 90% more likely to eat breakfast when they're with their crew? And at Wendy's, you can choose 2 breakfast faves for just $3. Like a tasty sausage biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or a medium hot coffee. So everyone gets what they want. Not gonna lie, that statistic is totally made up. But the 2 for $3 deal, 100% true. Breakfast with besties for a few bucks? Gotta be Wendy's.
Do you suffer from chronic boredom? Then it's time to check out Game Center, the best place to exercise your brain. Put an end to fun deficiency with endless game options that will increase joy, sharpen your mind, and turn dull moments into big wins. Game Center, fun for your mind anytime, anywhere.
The National News Desk, a network of 4,000 local journalists.
The medical community is sounding alarm bells.
Covers America's news now, each weekday morning from the National News Desk.
The Nest invites you to explore cities across America and the crimes that turned them upside down. Lust, greed, and murder. City Confidential, weeknights on the Nest.
AMP Sales and Marketing Solutions, we execute fully integrated campaigns that turns awareness into action, placing your brand exactly where your audience is. From hyper-targeted digital to the impact of streaming and audio, we connect brands to consumers with what they love in real time. Partnering with us means more reach, more precision, more results. Tap, scan, amplify. And let's make something extraordinary happen. AMP Sales and Marketing Solutions. One partner, endless possibilities.
The head coach at Clemson University, Dabo Sweeney, joins us. Between Mark, Dabo, and Urban, we are talking 6 national titles.
Hey, I got one as a player.
7. Woo-hoo! Let him know, Dabo.
Hey, Scully, look at this.
There's nothing you can do.
What can you do?
Deny everything.
Won't get away with this. Can't bury the truth.
The X-Files, every weeknight on Comet.
Something's been unleashed here, Scully.
I'm Copeland Welch at the 43rd Annual Chili Super Bowl and Brisket Cook-Off here in Buffalo Gap. We're here to find out what it takes to make the world's largest pot of chili.
So over here, we got our chili peppers. That's for the spicy chili.
Larry Gray is the chili pot master. That means he's in charge of hundreds of gallons of chili.
We start probably about 9 months out, start prepping and planning, trying to get organized sponsors to sponsor the food and the price of all the intake. It can take anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 worth of ingredients to make the chili.
It's not often you see so much food cooking, it takes a shovel to stir it. But that chili plays an important role in helping the Ben Ritchie Boys Ranch feed, clothe, and house the boys.
The Chili Super Bowl throughout the years, I believe they've topped the $2 million mark.
that they've given to the ranch. So, I mean, I have no idea where we would be without them. I mean, they've been a tremendous blessing through the years.
And for those like Jackie Ward, who have been a part of the Chili Super Bowl for decades, that's who the event is all about.
Taking care of the boys. We've done it for a long, long time, and we do not want to stop, and so.
If you're looking for something to do this Labor Day weekend, Buffalo Gap is just a short drive from Abilene, and they say there's plenty of chili to go around. Abilene Christian University's next generation molten salt nuclear reactor is now one step closer to being the first deployment of its kind. The U.S. Department of Energy has announced a plan to provide high-assay, low-enriched uranium to support the university's cutting-edge nuclear research. The university's president said this access to fuel enables ACU and Natura Resources to take critical steps in designing and testing nuclear technology.
Texas Tech might soon have a familiar face in charge. West Texas Congressman Jody Arrington is being considered for the role of chancellor. Congressman Arrington is no stranger to Tech. He's been a vice chancellor before in 2011, and he's currently the chair of the House Budget Committee in Washington. He says taking the job will feel like coming home. The university's Board of Regents is expected to discuss the search further this weekend.
Of course, we're standing up with love. Of course, we're standing up with thoughts and with prayers, but thoughts and prayers are not going to cut it.
In the aftermath of a shooting at a Catholic school in Minnesota that killed 2 young children, the mayor of Minneapolis said there needed to be more than just thoughts and prayers. The phrase is common in the wake of violence or tragedy in America, and some gun violence prevention advocates feel it might be ringing hollow. MSNBC host and former Biden White House press secretary Jen Psaki had a viral post on X following the shooting, writing, "Prayer is not freaking enough. Prayers do not make parents feel safe sending their kids to school. Prayer does not bring these kids back. Enough with the thoughts and prayers." The Trump administration called it disrespectful.
When beautiful young children were killed while praying in a church, it's utterly disrespectful to deride the power of prayer in this country, and it's disrespectful to the millions of Americans of faith.
If you are a politician or you're a media commentator and 2 beautiful babies just got murdered while praying, and your politics force you to condemn prayer in response to it, you ought to get new politics because something very wrong has gone on inside your soul.
Psaki responded saying prayer is comforting but not enough, and leaders in the country weren't doing enough to stop future tragedies.
Prayer alone is not enough to prevent and end the crisis of gun violence in America.
The Speaker of the House weighed in, saying the focus should be on mental health.
There are a lot of common sense solutions, things that can be done to protect children at schools and in churches that do not involve taking away the constitutional rights of law-abiding American citizens.
Congress returns to Capitol Hill next week with Democrats calling for new gun control measures and Republicans unlikely to take on the Second Amendment. Reporting in Washington, I'm Matt Gelka.
The next phase of the Trump crime and immigration crackdown could begin as soon as next week in America's 3rd largest city of Chicago.
Chicago still has a crime problem. So President Trump, again, made a promise to American people, we'll make this country safe again.
Plans for a military deployment to the city have been underway for weeks, according to the Washington Post. The effort expected to focus largely on illegal immigration.
We're going to take the assets we have and move them to problem areas like sanctuary cities, where we know for a fact they're releasing public safety threat, illegal aliens to the streets every day. That's where we need to send the majority of the resources.
Those resources may include this military base outside of Chicago, requested to be used to assist Immigration and Customs Enforcement in their efforts. Since National Guard troops arrived in Washington, D.C. earlier this month, immigration-related arrests have skyrocketed. Like this Mexican national, ICE says had previously been arrested for sex crimes against a child, one of more than 400 ICE arrests in Washington, D.C. in 3 weeks. Leaders from the Chicago area speaking out.
Of those who have been deported, fewer than 1 out of 10 have any criminal record whatsoever. They're doing their best to be good citizens, paying their taxes, raising their kids, going to the same churches we attend, and they expect us to stand up for them, and we should.
As some Republican leaders are being questioned about why their cities with higher crime rates are not being targeted with troops.
Just consider Speaker Johnson's state and district. Just look at the murder rate. That's nearly 4 times higher than California's.
The president has said he wants to send the Guard to Chicago and other places. Why not Shreveport?
I don't know. That's not my call.
Would you
it
ask
may be
him for that?
necessary. Well, I don't know. Let's take one city at a time and see.
The Trump administration has made it clear we should expect a ramp up in operations, naming not only Chicago, but New York, Los Angeles, Portland, Seattle, and Baltimore, all cities with Democrats in charge. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
We're looking at a good chance of thunderstorms moving into our area later on tonight. More about that coming up.
They're bringing more heat than an Austin sidewalk in summer. They've got more beef than a Texas cookout, with takes so spicy they've been banned in Oklahoma. Mac Brown, Vince Young, and Bob Ballou host a new podcast, The Stampede, powered by Rise Energy Strips.
AMP Sales and Marketing Solutions, we execute fully integrated campaigns that turns awareness into action, placing your brand exactly where your audience is. From hyper-targeted digital to the impact of streaming and audio, we connect brands to consumers with what they love in real time. Partnering with us means more reach, more precision, more results. Tap, scan, amplify. And let's make something extraordinary happen. AMP Sales and Marketing Solutions. One partner, endless possibilities.
These truckers take on the unthinkable.
It's a little bit unnerving.
Driving a 2-ton big rig on a road of pure ice.
It's a lot more fun.
Ice Road Truckers. Weeknights on The Nest.
The head coach at Clemson University, Dabo Swinney, joins us. Between Mark, Dabo, and Urban, we are talking 6 national titles.
Hey, I got one as a player. 7. Woo-hoo! Let them know, Dabo.
Do you suffer from chronic boredom? Do you experience dull moments or an uncontrollable urge to scroll aimlessly? Then it's time to check out Game Center. Game Center is the best place to exercise your brain, put an end to fun deficiency with endless game options that will increase joy, sharpen your mind, and turn dull moments into big wins. Why risk everyday boredom when you could be having a blast? Side effects may include excessive smiling, happiness, brain overload, and spontaneous fist pumping. Check out Game Center. Game Center. Fun for your mind anytime, anywhere. No prescription needed.
SNL is crashing your weekdays.
What?
With all your favorites. More Pete.
We crazy.
And Weekend Update? Yep, all on weekdays.
I think I'm about to laugh right now.
Saturday Night Live. Weekdays on Roar.
The National News Desk, a network of 4,000 local journalists.
This chemical is so toxic that it was removed from children's toys.
Covers America's news now.
Electric scooters are burning with no regulations.
Locally covered.
The medical community is sounding alarm bells.
Nationally connected.
I'm Kayla Gaskins in Tel Aviv.
Choose America's news now, each weekday morning from the National News Desk.
Good afternoon, everyone. We've had kind of a sunny day after all, but showers are down here to our southeast. We are looking at a weak cold front that has slipped through the big country to lower our temperatures a bit with some clouds. This stalling cold front's going to give us a good chance of rain and thunderstorms off and on for Saturday and for Sunday. For this evening, I think we're dry for football games in our area. 87 at 7 o'clock, 79 at 10 o'clock tonight. But rain and thunderstorms are forecast to move through between midnight and sunrise, and a rainy start to your Saturday with lows in the lower 70s. Here's that area of rain and thunderstorms knocking on the door at 2 a.m. Saturday morning. It does move into our area and weaken a bit, but it's a rainy start to our day on Saturday. Kind of dry for much of the day on the big country side of things, but southern areas, you're looking at rain and thunder back in the Concho Valley tomorrow afternoon. Here, more scattered showers and thunderstorms in the big country to start Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon, the better chances of rain, well, kind of down around here along that stalled cold front. Most of that fades. For Monday morning, just some clouds. Monday afternoon, just pop-up showers. I think we're looking pretty dry for Labor Day Monday. Looking at temperatures for tonight with rain and storms moving in, down to 69 to start your Saturday morning. High temperatures up around 88 after that rainy start in our area. And I have an announcement to make for you today. This is my last day here at KTXS. 16 years ago, I was fortunate enough to be asked to move to Abilene and become the chief meteorologist at KTXS. I've really enjoyed my time here, and I hope I was able to help you. After 43 years in television, it's time to take a break. I wish you all the best, and I thank you sincerely for watching here on KTXS. And now, I'll leave you with that 7-day forecast. We've got rain and thunderstorms here in our area, mainly this weekend.
They're bringing more heat than an Austin sidewalk in summer. They've got more beef than a Texas cookout, with takes so spicy they've been banned in Oklahoma. Mac Brown, Vince Young, and Bob Ballou host a new podcast, The Stampede, powered by Rise Energy Strips.
Yeah, we can get them submitted by Monday.
At U-Haul,
I got them all. Yeah.
we know every family moves at their own pace.
Come on, guys.
That's why we have U-Box.
Is that heavy?
Where you can pack in a day.
Hi, Mom.
In a week.
It's starting to snow.
In a month. We can store it or ship it.
I think that's the kitchen.
How
You guys excited about the new house?
and when you want it.
Thanks, you've been lifesavers.
Don't want to lift a finger? We got you covered there too. U-Box by U-Haul. Move at your pace. Reserve today at uhaul.com.
Hey, you! Aren't you the boss of Pub Points Platter?
Yeah, why?
Thank God I actually found you! I want to give you this gift to say thank you for this game, and I won 20 in it.
Wait, only 20, sir? Well, you must download our game. You have a chance to hit a jackpot of 300.
Come on. Oh my God, I hit a jackpot!
You can play this game anytime, anywhere, and you can hit a jackpot as fast as 10 spins. Download Pub Points Platter now, and the next jackpot could be yours.
AMP Sales and Marketing Solutions, we execute fully integrated campaigns that turns awareness into action, placing your brand exactly where your audience is. From hyper-targeted digital to the impact of streaming and audio, we connect brands to consumers with what they love in real time. Partnering with us means more reach, more precision, more results. Tap, scan, amplify. And let's make something extraordinary happen. AMP Sales and Marketing Solutions. One partner, endless possibilities.
Do you suffer from chronic boredom? Do you experience dull moments or an uncontrollable urge to scroll aimlessly? Then it's time to check out Game Center. Game Center is the best place to exercise your brain. Put an end to fun deficiency with endless game options that will increase joy, sharpen your mind, and turn dull moments into big wins. Why risk everyday boredom when you could be having a blast? Side effects may include excessive smiling, happiness, brain overload, and spontaneous fist pumping. Check out Game Center. Game Center. Fun for your mind anytime, anywhere. No prescription needed.
These truckers take on the unthinkable.
It's a little bit unnerving.
Driving a 2-ton big rig on a road of pure ice.
It's a lot more fun.
Ice Road Truckers. Weeknights on the Nest.
Download the KTXS News app today.
Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was here at the Capitol to meet with Governor Greg Abbott today to talk about rural health care. As CBS Austin first told you back in June, many rural hospitals are now afraid of the negative impacts of funding cuts, including 15 right here in Texas.
Our goal has to be to ensure that every corner of our state is going to be prepared to respond to the health care needs of their community, however unique they are. The rural parts of the state represent the majority of the state.
That was Governor Greg Abbott after a roundtable discussion with U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. about rural hospitals and the crisis of closures they have struggled with.
Rural America is in crisis.
and the rural hospitals are absolutely critical for them.
Kennedy announced new funding to be directed to rural hospitals, increasing funding from Medicaid from its current $19 billion a year to $50 billion a year under the Big Beautiful Bill. Abbott told reporters the state legislature approved $300 million for rural health care and $500 million for mental health over the last 2 sessions. Rural hospitals have a disproportionate number of patients who are on Medicaid or uninsured and who are older and sicker. The first $25 billion will be evenly distributed among the states. The second $25 billion states will be granted based on applications. That deadline is December 1st.
This bill has the capacity to save these rural hospitals, to give them a chance to stabilize themselves, to right the ship, and then to adopt innovation and workforce changes so that they can survive for the decades into the future.
That includes infrastructure like telemedicine and more staff. We're talking about a December 1st deadline. What do you say to the pregnant woman in Fayette County right now, or the cancer patient in Llano County right now, about keeping their health care options available to them?
Well, I think the big beautiful bill, the money, that's why we want to get money out the door as quickly as possible. This is an unprecedented fast pace.
According to the Texas Organization of Rural and Community Hospitals, 20 rural hospitals closed in Texas between 2010 and 2020, and another one in the 4 years after. Reporting at the Capitol, Adelia Uchida, CBS Austin News.
With Zohran Mamdani emerging as the frontrunner in the New York City's mayoral race, his primary win is really underscoring a national trend we're seeing, and that is young candidates are really rethinking how to run campaigns, and they're using social media and grassroots tactics to reach new voters, especially younger ones.
We need new blood in our political system, from all backgrounds, all regions of the country.
All across the country, a new generation is stepping into politics. Young candidates are using social media and grassroots organizing to challenge the way government works at every level. Some are campaigning for local government and others for Congress. But no matter the position, they're turning to social media to reach new voters.
It's about meeting people where they are, and we're going to be doing that in the campaign, whether it's on social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Reels.
Using social media is a great way to have a voice without having to really have a platform yet.
Good, bro. Election's on Tuesday.
Last month, New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani turned social media momentum into a primary win. After he won the Democratic ticket, many people were inspired to run for office themselves. Run for Something, an organization that helps young progressives run for office, said nearly 10,000 people nationwide registered on their site expressing interest to run for office in the 2 weeks after he won.
There is such an appetite for generational change on both sides. Voters want it. We just saw that in New York, and new leaders want it.
Candidates say social media is a good start, but there's still a place for good old-fashioned grassroots tactics too.
A lot of folks see me and think that my main platform is online. In actuality, my main platform is at the community level. We've knocked on more than 5,000 doors for a mayor's race that is 2 years away.
And while social media helps amplify their messages, these young candidates really say that it's face-to-face conversations and community engagements that really help turn followers into voters. In Washington, I'm Camila DeShalis.
Thunderstorms are expected to move in later on tonight with lows down around 72. Occasional rounds of showers and thunderstorms this weekend with highs in the 80s. Thanks for watching KTXS News.